So Samhita means proper endeavor. The proper endeavor is there, proper desire is there. What is the desire which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has? I want to study these scriptures. This is the desire. I want to study the scriptures in the company of the associates. That gives more revelation. Actually, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the need for studying the scriptures? He is the source of all the scriptures, source of all the knowledge. But still, he is teaching us that the study of the scriptures should be done along with the associates, along with the spiritual master, along with the God brothers, God sisters. Then what happens is more revelation happens. Sometimes you see some people saying, oh, I am studying Bhagavad Gita at home. But very clearly it has been instructed that we cannot study any scriptures on our own. Even if we study on our own, we may try to derive various conclusions. Navadvipe Ache Adhyapaka Shiromani Gangadasa Paditaye Hena Sandipani. In Sandipani, Lord studied Anga in Ujjain. There is a place in Ujjain. There was a teacher, Sandipani. Sandipani ashram is there. So Krishna studied under Sandipani. Here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu studied the scriptures under Gangadas Pandita. This Gangadhar Pandita was a very topmost teacher, and he stayed in Navadvipa. And Gangadas Pandita is non-different from Sandipani Muni. That means Lord is showing to all of us that we need a guru to study the scriptures. Without guru, studying the scriptures is next to impossible. Even if we study also, we may not understand. That is why Guru Shishya Parampara is very much important. For a description of Gangadas Pandit, one should refer to Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi 2.99. A description of Sandipani Muni is found in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10.45, 31 to 38. In the Vishnu Puran, 5.21, 19 to 30, Sandipani Muni was a resident of Avanti and belonged to the dynasty of Kashyap Muni. In 64 days, Sri Balaram and Sri Krishna learned from him the Upanishads, the Vedas, the Dhanurveda, military science, the Dharma Shastra, the religious scriptures, Mimamsa, Taraka Vidya, logic or argument, the 6 types of politics, and the 64 arts and sciences. After mastering all the arts and the sciences, they requested Sandipani Muni to accept some Guru Dakshina. After consulting his wife, Sandipani Muni expressed his desire for return of his son who had drowned in the ocean at Prabhashitra. Balaram and Krishna immediately went to the shore of the ocean after they heard from the mouth of the ocean deity that their Guru's son had been kidnapped by a demon in the shape of a conch shell named Panchajanya. Lord Krishna killed the demon, accepted the Panchajanya conch made from the demon's bones. But not finding their Guru's sons, Krishna and Balaram went to Yamaraja's kingdom named Samyamani, blew the conch shell. When Yamaraj heard the sound of the conch, he came out, and after properly worshipping Krishna and Balaram, he returned their Guru's son. Sri Balaram and Sri Krishna accepted their Guru's son and returned him to his father. If you remember Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. In the 2nd chapter, we always tell this story. No, sorry, not 2nd chapter, 1st chapter. In the 1st chapter, when everybody is blowing their conch shell, Krishna is also blowing, everyone is blowing their conch shell. At that time, this story is told. The 1st chapter, 15th was Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadmau Mahashankam Bhima Rukodaraha Panchajanyam Rishikesho. So this Panchajanya conch shell belongs to Krishna. How this name Panchajanya came? That came from the demon Panchajanya. This conch shell, this demon, was in the shape of a conch shell, Panchajana. So this is the Panchajanya shell which Lord acquired, but could not find the Guru's son, went to Yamaraj. There Yamaraj gave him the Guru's son. So this is a very, very famous story which is related with Panchajanya. So here, another important aspect has been given, that even Krishna has given Guru Dakshina. We cannot learn anything without Guru Dakshina. That is very much important. So in our ISKCON tradition, how is the Guru Dakshina given? In the form of some donations, which is again put in the temple. So the Guru doesn't take anything for himself. Guru does it for the missionary task. We cannot acquire any knowledge free of cost. Even if we try to take some information from, nowadays everything is available in the net. Even if we try to acquire such knowledge from hearing from here, from there, somewhere here and there, till this Guru Dakshina, till the Sevaya, till the Pariprachaha is not given, till the process of surrenderance is not there, there will be no transformation of the heart. There will be a lot of information, but no transformation. The process of surrenderance, where very clearly Karpanya dosho pahatah svabhavaha prachamitvam dharma sammudati cheta yashriyasya tishchitam bruhitanme shishyasteham shadipam tvam prapannam. This prapannam word, that is surrenderance. Even Krishna has set an example. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also setting an example by saying that going and taking shelter of the spiritual master, inquiring unto him, serving him is very important. We may take information from many people, but there will be no transformation. And then the most important is Guru Dakshina. We cannot skip out from Guru Dakshina. Even in our material school also, we pay the fees, right? Without the fees, even the material education is not available. Then how can something be available free of cost in the spiritual world? And what is that Dakshina which a person gives? That is the surrenderance. That is complete dedication. That is the Dakshina which every Guru expects. Complete surrenderance, complete dedication for the mission taken for his Guru. And his Guru engages his disciple for his Guru. So in this way, it goes on, till it goes to Krishna. Vyakarana Shastrena Ekanta Tattvavitta Tanratani Padita Prabhura Samhita. So Vyakarana Shastrena Ekanta Tattvavitta. He was full in knowledge of Vyakarana, that is grammar. Now, Lord desired to study under him because Gangadas Pandit, he was full in knowledge of grammar literature. Now, Lord also desires I should study grammar under Gangadas. Bhujilena putrera ingitaha mishravara putra sange gela Gangadas dvichaghara. So this was the desire. This is a samhita. Samhita here refers to, this is a desire which Prabhu had. So when Mahaprabhu has this desire, Jagannath Mishra took him to the house of Gangadas Pandit. Ingita means confidential desire. Ingita also refers to hint. Ingita also refers to gestures. So something which is not spoken, which is understood by the gestures, which is understood by hint. Generally, the eloquence of the speech refers to how much we can show it without speaking. Gestures, hint. In the olden days, even if the love has to be expressed between husband and the wife, everything was just ingita. Nowadays, everything is open. Even the friends also, it's not speak so much. But they used to have such gestures and hints. That is most important. So much of speaking spoils the mood. The less you speak, the less talks, less speaking. All these things actually enhances the relationship. The more barbar, if you do, it becomes too much. It actually tires the person who is speaking, tires the person who is listening also. You just see, even to father also, he did not speak anything. He had this desire within the heart. We have to learn so many things. Or the house is full of stairs. Father says something, the son says something. Even if the desire is there, son has kept it confidential, and the father knows the heart of the son. This is again, just see what a relationship this is. This uh, is the beauty of the relationship. The father and the son's relationship should be in such a way that less speaking, more understanding. Mishra dekhi Gangadas sab भ्रमे thila आलिंगन करी एक आसने वसीला. So when Lord arrived with his father, Gangadhar stood up out of respect and embraced Sri Mishra. Then they sat together on an asana, exactly how Sandipani did for Krishna and Balram. Even when Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, they are also taken to the ashram of Vashishta. Vashishta immediately got up from his seat, gave asan to Dashrata. Mishra bole putrami dilu tumastane padai ba shunai ba sakala apane. I'm offering my son to you. Please teach him everything. So again, see the mood. The parent is offering the son to the teacher because the teacher is also one of the mother, one of the parent, you can say. Nowadays, the teachers have no rights to scold the children. Our parents always want the teachers to be humble rather than the children to be humble. Gangadhar bole bada bhagya se amara padai mu yata shakti achaye amara. Oh, it is my fortune, Gangadhar says. I will teach him to the best of my ability. Nowadays, we are putting the children to the school, but we are not satisfied with the school studies, but we have some satisfaction. Oh, they are going to the school. But then after the school, we put in the class also, tuition classes. Why we want tuition classes? If we have so much faith in the school, why we want tuition classes? So that is the beauty of our RGHS. Our RGHS has no tuition classes. The teachers are instructed to teach them so nicely that they don't need any tuition classes. So we will plan to have a nice school, even the offline school, with a nice structure. But now online school is on. Online school is there. But the children are so expert, they don't have to go to any tuition classes. But you see outside schools. Now here the teacher says, I will teach to the best of my ability. Shishya dekhi Paramanandi Gangadasa Putra Praya Kariya Rakila Nija Pasha. So Gangadas was very happy to see his new student and he treated him exactly like his own son. That is why you should not have so much of rush in the school. If 40, 50 people are there in the school, generally we like to put in such schools that 25, 30 people are there in the school. Hardly the teacher can put any attention. School means less number of students should be there. Complete concentration of the teacher should be there on the student. Here he's saying that I'll treat the student like my own son. That word praya means equal. Pasha comes from the word parsha. That means near. Yata Vyakhya Gangadasa Pandita Parena Sukta Shunile Matra Thakura Dharena. So when Gangadas Pandit used to teach just one time teaching, that was enough for Lord to assimilate the knowledge. Whatever taught, he used to assimilate it very quickly. Anyhow, all this is Bhaumalila. What is Lord to, what knowledge will Lord assimilate? Everything emanates from him. He's a Srota. He is the source of all the knowledge. Sakrutaha here refers to ones. Dharena, to realize or master something by deliberation. So Lord also shows here that exalted personalities, those of pure devotees, when they appear, they don't have to learn like a donkey. As the ordinary children, they have to go to the school, they have to go to the colleges, they have to go to the classes. After that also their mothers will beat, they don't know how to study. But expert children, those who are blessed by the Lord, they just have to hear once and assimilate the knowledge. And real knowledge lies in study of the scriptures. That is why shloka learning is not so easy. It requires a lot of sukruti. Just hear one time and learn it. That requires a lot of sukruti. They are the blessed children who can just hear once or twice and repeat. So that intelligence lies in studying the scriptures. Intelligence doesn't lie in just studying some ordinary knowledge. Maybe very expert in the ordinary degrees, ordinary education, but that is not knowledge. Knowledge refers to how expert he is in chanting the verses. One who is expert in chanting the verses, one who is expert in the Shastric knowledge, for him to gain material knowledge is very simple. Gurura yate ka vyakhya korena khandaka punarabari sei vyakhya korena stapana. Now here, sometimes he would refute to the explanation of his guru and then again establish the explanation that he had just refuted. It is like Ramanujar's story. Ramanuja used to refute the explanation given by the teacher and then explain the statement. Sahasra shishya pade yat jana henakaro shakti nahi divare dushana. So many students have studied under the care of Gangadhas Pandit, but no one had this ability to defeat his explanations. Now Gangadhas is not like Ramanuja's teacher, Yadav Prakash. Yadav Prakash had the enmity. He developed an enmity, he developed enviousness towards Ramanujacharya. But here Gangadhas was very pleased. This is the nature of the Guru. Guru should be happy to see the growth of his disciple. That should be the nature. If Guru develops an enviousness towards the disciple, then he is not Guru. Enviousness comes only on the equal platforms. Guru-Shishya relationship is Guru is always on the higher platform. And the Shishya also should not have enviousness towards the Guru. It is said, asuyetaha. You should not consider amartyaha asuyetaha. You should not consider the Guru to be an ordinary person, to be equal to himself. Asuyeta, you should not be envious also. Why my Guru is only speaking, let me also speak. So in this way, that enviousness should not be there. The desire for name and fame also should not be there. So this is the relationship. And the Guru should always find an opportunity to grow the disciple. So just see how nice relationship is Guru and Shishya. The Shishya doesn't aspire anything. The Guru just sees how to increase the service of the disciple. So Gangadhas was very happy with his intelligence. And he accepted him as his best student, Pujitaha, to worship or to honor. Yatapade Gangadasa Panditer Sthane Sabarei Thakur Chalena Anukshane. Now the Lord would regularly challenge and defeat all of Gangadhar's other students. So Chalena means to induce, to move, to shake, to bewilder, to defeat, to refute, brainstorming. So what is Chalena induced to move, to shake? The knowledge, if not provoked, then it will be just stagnant. That is why provoking is very much important. That is where the brainstorming, shaking, and a person starts realizing, analyzing is very important. Shri Murari Gupta Shri Kamalakanta Nama Krishnananda Adi Krishnananda Adi Yata Goshtira Pradhana. So Murari Gupta, Kamalakanta, Krishnananda, they were some of the Lord's prominent classmates. Now Murari Gupta, now description is given about each and every one. Sri Murari Gupta is the composer of the Sanskrit book Chaitanya Charita. He was born in Srihatta in the family of a doctor. Later he came to reside in Navadvip, where he became a student of Gangadas. So it is all there in the Adikhand Chapter 8. Nimai's debate with Elder Murari is described in Adikhanda, Chapter 10. Murari's happiness upon seeing the Lord's devotional symptoms, born from feelings of separation from Krishna after his return from Gaya, are described in the Madhyakhanda. Chapter 1. Lord's manifestation of the Varaha form at Murari Gupta's house is described in Madhyakhanda. Chapter 3. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, Chapter 17. After hearing Gaura and Nityananda glorify each other, Murari smiles and jokes. Madhyakhand Chapter 4. Murari is taking part in Lord's Kirtan at the house of Shivas is described in Madhyakhand Chapter 8. At the time of Lord's Mahaprakash, Murari is lost consciousness and later, by glorifying, later cried in love and offered prayers to the Lord. The Lord responded by glorifying his servant Murari. See Madhyakhand Chapter 10. Murari's participation in water sports with other devotees is found in Madhyakhand Chapter 13. On the night, the Lord danced in the dress of Mahalakshmi. Haridas and Murari, dressed as constables, introduced the Lord's drama. See Madhyakhand Chapter 18. One day at the house of Shiva's Pandit, Murari Gupta saw Gaur and Nityananda seated together. Murari first offered obeisances to Gaur and Nityananda. The Lord, however, was displeased, said to Murari, "You have transgressed etiquette while offering obeisances." That very night in a dream, the Lord taught Murari the glories of Nityananda. The next morning, Murari offered first obeisances to Nityananda, then to Gaura. Seeing this, the Lord was pleased and he gave Murari the remnants of his chewed betel. By accepting those remnants, Murari's intelligence was purified and he received love of God. Once in the mood of the supreme controller, the Lord spoke in anger to Murari Gupta about the impersonalist Prakashananda of Kashi. Thereafter, the Lord glorified the eternal truth regarding his names, forms, qualities, and pastimes. The Lord blessed Murari, who thereafter offered rice with ghee to the Lord. The next morning, the Lord came to Murari for treating the symptoms of indigestion that he exhibited because of eating heavy foods. Thereafter, the Lord exhibited his pastime of being cured by drinking water from Murari's water pot. On another day, when the Lord manifested his four-armed form in the house of Shiva's, Murari took the role of Garuda and carried the Lord on his shoulders. Considering that separation from the Lord after his disappearance would be unbearable, Murari decided to give up his body while the Lord was still present. The Lord, who is the super soul of everyone, checked Murari from carrying out this plan. These and other pastimes are described in Madhyakhand, Chapter 20. The pastimes of Murari and other devotees chanting at night with the Lord through the streets of Navadvip, and Murari and other devotees crying in happiness on seeing the Lord drink water at the house of Sridhar are found in Madhyakhand. Chapter 23. After the Lord took sannyas and came to the house of Advaitacharya, Sachi along with Murari and other devotees went there to meet him. See See Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 3.153. Murari accompanied the Lord, the devotees every year to visit Lord in Puri. See Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 11.86, 16.69, as well as Chaitanya, as well as Antya 10.9, 121, 141, 12.13. One day, on the order of the Lord, Murari Gupta recited 8 verses in glorification of Lord Ramchandra. The Lord then blessed him. See Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela, chapter 4. Murari sporting in the waters of Narendra Sarovar is described in Adikhand Chapter 9. Murari's humble prayers and his receiving the mercy of the Lord are described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Adi 17.77 to 78. Madhya 11.152 to 158. Seeing Murari's attachment for Lord Ramchandra, the Lord gives him the name Ramdas. This is found in Chaitanya Charitamrita 17.69 Adikhand. 15.156 Madhya Khanda. The Murari is meeting with the Lord's South India traveling companion Kala Krishnadas when he visits Navdeepa is found in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 10.81. His chanting during the Rath Yatra festival is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 13.40. His meeting with Sanatana Goswami is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya 4.108 and 7.47. Murari's meeting with Jagannatha is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya 12.90. So very nicely it has been described about Murari Gupta. So Murari Gupta, this here, the most important teaching is Murari Gupta paying obeisances first to Nityananda Prabhu. He is Adi Guru, and then to the Lord. That is how even in ISKCON, when we enter, we don't pay first obeisances to Lord. We first pay obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, and then to the Lord. So that is how all these teachings are here. Murari Gupta, who was a staunch worshipper of Prabhu Ram. That also Leela is very beautiful. Then afterwards, Lord says, okay, your Ramdas. He was unable to concentrate on Krishna, but he could always concentrate on Prabhu Ram because he is Hanuman. He is actually the expansion, or you can say incarnation of Hanuman himself. So here we'll stop. We'll see from tomorrow how Lord is to defeat other boys. All these things we'll see tomorrow. So tomorrow, very important festival, Snan Yatra, that is the appearance of Jagannath, birthday, you can say, birthday of Jagannath. Devotees are expected to bring some bhogas for the Lord. There will be Snan Yatra. So Nigi Mataji should talk to all the devotees. Take the opportunity to bathe Lord. 6 o'clock onwards it will start. Before that, the bhogas and all should be ready. Everybody should bring something or the other for the Lord. Because when we come, what we bring some gift for the Lord. For generally the birthdays, what you do, bring some gift. So this is very important. Bring some bhogas, cook nicely. Hare Krishna. Any doubts?